It's showtime, folks. Welcome in Chasing Big Joe on this Wednesday, 1025 The Game. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Titans in day number 2 of joint practices with the Atlanta Falcons. JoJo, what's up?
There we go. When you turn your mic on, great things can happen. So welcome
You either
in,
turn
buddy.
it on too early or too late.
Too early or too late. By the way, we just got a severe storm alert. Am I the only one who got this? Am I getting punked by my phone?
I don't know.
So I guess
It stormed last night. I know that much. Well, there you go. There's the live radar.
Yeah, I just don't know why I got this a while ago, but it seems to all be clear. So I was ducking for cover. I was in my safe space. Then Chase came and found me and said, "Hey, fatty, the show's starting." So I had to come running in here.
We have a great show planned. Teron Davenport going to join us around 1 o'clock, I believe, with an update from Atlanta. I guess all indications that I've seen on Twitter today, better day.
Could it be any worse than yesterday?
I don't know. I laughed because I heard Jake and Corey. I guess somebody tweeted out that Calvin Ridley yelled, "We won today, write that." And I was just like, man, so when I heard that, I felt like when I was a kid and, I knew the things that I was supposed to do, like supposed to do your homework, brush your teeth, all that. You had like your bedtime routine. And there were just times that I just chose not to do it because, for whatever reason. And so my mom would get mad at me and punish me and hey, no, your routine, you're supposed to stick to it. And so then when I would do it, I would make sure that she knew that I did it. That's kind of how I felt when he said that. It's like,
right.
You need to have more energy. You need to come out and practice better. Why can't you do that every day? You don't have to let us know when you actually do it.
Well, the biggest lies
we'll see it.
Athletes will tell you is we don't pay attention. We don't see what you're writing. We don't hear what you're saying. They pay attention to every single thing.
Of course they do.
That's talked about, put out there. Remember the locker room after the Miami Titans game when who's the loser receiver that quit on the team that got traded?
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins. All right. I'm done with ball. I don't want to play. I'm taking my helmet. I'm going home. Good. Fine. Get out of here. He's like, I read what you wrote to Teron. Remember that? I read what you wrote. We came in and we won. You think we'd win? I'm thinking, they all read this. So they read and hear and they put it out there. Y'all were terrible yesterday. Hell, half your team admitted that. So it couldn't get any worse than yesterday. Come out and practice. And Callahan spoke today about this, how can you get a strong start out of practice? Like, well, I got to make big plays early. No, you should be already fired up to go at practice. You don't need that. So, I don't know. Day 2 better. Couldn't get worse than day 1.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like, according to Teron, I've seen the energy was better and all that. And, that's great. But it should be why are we having to talk about it to get you to motivated to have more energy when it comes to practice?
Yeah, you should get out there. Love the game, love the opportunity and all that. That seems not to be there, but maybe at the end of the day, they're just not good.
Yeah, and here's the other narrative, and I saw Paul put this out too. The other narrative that I'm tired of hearing about. Well, they've been gone for over a week. It's been a long road trip. They just look tired. They just look like a team that, Gentry said it yesterday. Not saying that he's saying that narrative, but he said they look tired because they've been gone. I'm like, why is that a thing? You knew this was coming.
Right.
And I know what you're going to say.
Been saying it for years, baby. All right. For example, you were in Minnesota this past weekend.
Yeah.
You brought the Vikings schedule. They got to go to Europe for 2 weeks, right? They play games over there. And the third member of our party in our text is like, man, that's going to be rough on them. And I said, they're flying a 747 to Europe, their own row, custom everything, 5-star hotels. They ain't flying standby to Germany where it takes you 6 days. And what did Paul Kowarski's tweet was like? You're staying at a hotel / winery.
Yeah.
You got a lot of free time.
Right.
This ain't roughing it. You know what roughing it is? It's hopping in a bus to go across town to scrimmage Pearl Cone when it's 107 degrees and you got one tub of water. That's tough. This isn't tough, man. Get off of that.
Yeah. No, I know. This narrative of they've been gone for so long. They're exhausted. I'm like, well, then what are they doing?
We should, when they come
Why
home,
are they so tired?
we should treat them like Civil War soldiers when they come home. God, we've been gone for 18 months.
Knowing Amy Adams drunk, she'll have everybody come out in the lobby and cheer them when they walk in.
Come marching down with that vantage way.
I just want to know if they sleep on the plane.
Of course they do.
I do. I sleep in the car.
You sleep anywhere you can, man. I understand now why you do that, so I'm not mad at you because you can't sleep at night.
No, I can't. But hey, my home sleep study I think comes in today. So
praise
Jesus. We'll be doing that.
So you have to you don't have to go anywhere, or they're going to monitor you. How's this work, real quick?
I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm supposed to get it today. And I guess there's this stuff you have to put on and wear, and it monitors you and
at home
breathing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I was inches away from hitting you with a 2x4 to make sure you'd be knocked out during our road trip to Atlanta. Oh, thank the Lord, your sleep study. Oh my goodness. Good. Man. Woo. Like Queen Mary leaving the port. There he comes. But good. I'm proud of you, buddy. Well done.
Yeah. Anywho, 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. As I know, Cam Ward just spoke, and Dr. Crane was kind of monitoring it and everything, and it sounded like he says a lot of the same stuff.
Yes, we word for word, we're like, didn't he say that at Tampa? Didn't he say that before they went to Tampa? Oh, he's saying, okay, yeah, he said. I mean, I don't know what he's supposed to say. I mean, you throw him out there. I want to hear more X's and O's. When you like, what did you see today? What did you see there? Why did you throw it there? What? And he's not getting those.
Yeah, I've heard the same confidence question probably 3 weeks in a row now. I get it. The guy's confident. Good for him. His dad's done a good job raising him. But, this is football. It's different. X's and O's, Jimmy and Joe's, in between the hashes, goal line to goal line.
Oh, I love that. You just summed it up so well. Yes. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. Like, I don't need the quarterback to be, this rah-rah press conference guy. Like, just play good football.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
But I mean, I want some breakdowns. Why on 3rd and 8 did you check down? Why on 1st and 10 did you check out and throw the ball deep? I mean,
I didn't hear that. Was he being asked that? Like, I didn't hear this press conference yet.
Not much.
I mean, there's some stuff that Paul asked about interceptions from yesterday and today, like what's changed from yesterday and today. That's probably it. I mean, looking at some other stuff here, it's, talking about how offensive line's kind of been the bright spot. Gentry mentioned that yesterday as well. So there's a few things that are maybe take home for the most part, but nothing that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Gotcha. And I know Brian Callahan spoke before practice today, so that was good. In fact, we'll hear some of that here in just a few minutes, but it sounds like, I guess it was better today.
It was better, right?
That's
good. Well done for everybody over there. And that's the thing is that, I mean, it's the whole look, it's practice, right? We know that. And we know the game counts. We've beaten this dead horse all the time. But again, try to get a little bit better each day and then go out there Friday night. Now, Callahan did say something, I don't know if we have it or not, about who's playing Friday night, right? About who's starting, who's doing what, how much is Cam playing? Because we said this yesterday. We'd like to see Cam Ward play the entire first half. Our good friend Tim Hasselbeck had a great comment about that too as well. And then Callahan touched on about, like, Jeffrey Simmons is out Friday night, not playing. And I get that. That's fine. Get some of the young guys to step in there and play against Falcons ones and see what you can do. Because you never know when you throw a 2 or 3 in there against the ones and how well they play. Like, hell, we didn't see this in practice. You kind of figure it out and go in there. So I don't mind that. So if we could, I don't know, I know what you're searching for, but Callahan talked about what's going to happen. Pretty much Cam doing the same thing he did in Tampa, which I'm not there. I'm not your head coach. I'm not your offensive coordinator. I'm not calling the plays. If that's what he thinks the work needs to be done, then that's what the work needs to be done.
This was Brian Callahan on the slow starts.
Slow start yesterday, slow start in Tampa. Some of the guys showed some concern for that. Where are you as far as that process?
Yeah, glad they have the standards high. I don't think we started the practice the way that we'd want to. I think slow starts, though, I think are relative a little bit to the performance. So if you go out and play well, it doesn't feel like a slow start. If you go out and don't hit a couple throws and make a play or two, it feels slow. The difference between the two is just simply that sometimes is that you don't make the couple plays you need to make early to kind of get it going. That's sort of what happened yesterday.
And there was the answer. My thoughts exactly.
Right.
But look, as we said yesterday, it's on the coach. The coach has got to get these guys in the leadership group, which I don't think they have a true leadership group right now. I think they're working on it. I think the rookie quarterback has the opportunity to do that at some point, but he's still a rookie. And so it's going to be a continued work in progress to build.
I would like to know if great teams in the past had a leadership group. Did the Packers have one under Lombardi? Did the Bears have one under Ditka? Did Jimmy Johnson have one with the Cowboys? Did Belichick have one with the – I'm just curious. Wouldn't your head coach be the one to drop the hammer? Midnight hammer. Isn't the head coach going to do that? Wouldn't that be the one? I mean, it's great. You got guys you can go to the locker room. I think there were coaches who find a guy. There's no doubt in my mind that Jeff Fisher had Vanden Bosch was his guy.
Yeah.
And Bullock to a certain extent. Hey, get the message out a little bit, but there weren't a leadership. I'm just curious who all has a leadership group because I think it's just a bunch of gigantic psychobabble for a leadership group. I'm not a fan of all that.
Yeah. Steven, who will never, ever, ever, ever once agree with us, so he can get his tweet read, said nobody on the team said they were exhausted, and you guys are going on a 5-minute rant about their travel. They had a decent day in practice, so you're finding anything negative to talk about. Steven, if you're going to weigh in on the show, then I expect you to actually listen.
Thank you.
Because that's not what we said at all.
It's what Jeffrey Simmons said yesterday.
Yeah, and it's what people that are there have said, that they looked tired because they've been gone for over a week,
right.
And that is a bad narrative to have. People that are saying that other people are saying they shouldn't say that.
Yep, exactly. Jarvis Brownlee said it yesterday. So we got to get better. We came out terrible today. There you go, Steven. But you hear what you want to hear.
But you create your narrative.
Steven would be a good ex-wife because they only hear what you want and what they want to hear.
9974 wants to create their own narrative too, so that's fine.
Get it, read it.
But the fact is, none of y'all know. So there you go.
Get it, man.
615-737-1025. Don't mess with me today.
Not today.
I'm saying. Our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. Teron going to join us at some point to give us a practice update. But coming up next, Cam Ward and his leadership. There are some things I like. You want some positive? Here's some positive.
Sure.
There are some things that I like. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
How much responsibility do you feel to be this stability? Like, in this league, quarterback-driven league, number one picks, do you feel like you're the guy that kind of has to be the person to make that success happen? Is that a pressure you feel?
It's not really a pressure I feel, but I know like I have to be the stability. I'm the one who calls the play call every day, every time in the huddle. I'm who everybody looks at in the huddle, you know, when we need explosive play, when we need motivation. And so, I mean, it comes with the territory. I want the territory of being an NFL quarterback. And I would just say just on that part is that we just got to continue to build each other up. I would say the best thing about our huddle is that whether we have a bad play or nothing, if I have a bad play, we always build each other up. And just from the stability standpoint, just also just me and Coach Callahan just continuously building our relationship like we've been doing since he drafted me. He's one of the best head coaches out there. And I want to be a reason why at the end of the year he can be one of the top five head coaches in the NFL.
That is Cam Ward earlier today, Titans quarterback.
In a speech written by Brian Callahan.
I mean, you know, that's typically what happens.
Hey, read
but-
this for it real quick. We got
I don't know if it was that, but I mean, you can definitely tell that there is a message that, and look, the head coach should have a message. The quarterback, the leader should carry that message.
I agree.
It may not turn out to be the right message, but we'll see.
I like the confidence. Look, go out there. I mean, right now you're 0-0. I mean, you haven't played a game yet. All we know is what happened in practice and one preseason game. You looked halfway decent. So that's good. Put the team on your back, man. That's what quarterbacks do. You know, certainly don't. When Mariota came in, it was forced, right? Mariota did not want to be a leader. It was forced. He'd rather just shut up and play football, which is fine. But that's not what a quarterback does. I mean, a quarterback is your leader. He is the captain. He is the guy, and you want to hear from him. And Mariota just didn't embrace the role. I don't mind Cam embracing the role. I love it.
I think it's what he needs to do, Joe. I mean, because again, when was the last time this team had a quarterback that embraced that type of role? I mean, it was probably Tannehill.
Yeah, I mean,
But Tannehill was different. Like
He
Tannehill
was.
was, you know, but he got up there and talked and all that stuff. But I mean, everybody looked at Tannehill and knew, okay, he's the guy.
yeah.
but-
No, you're right.
You know, and I mean, and I hate saying this. Cam's got this confidence about him that some might view as cocky,
Right.
which I think is okay as long as it's managed. So, but he's also kind of soft spoken at the same time. Like McNair was soft spoken, but McNair didn't like. I never felt McNair was cocky by any means. I mean, McNair was very soft spoken and just he led on the field.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking that Cam's going to evolve into that. But he does. He has a little edge about him, and I like that.
Well, I mean, he's gone 3 different schools now and proven his worth at Incarnate Word, Washington State, and Miami, and now he's going to do it here. And look, everybody knows he's talented. Everybody knows what he could do, and now you just got to see it in action. And I don't mind the words. I don't mind the cockiness because I think it's genuine. I think it's a
Sure.
genuine cockiness, and I'm fine with it. It's not forced like Callahan was in that little speech right before camp started. We all knew that was fake. But I think this is really genuine and from the heart.
I do too. Coy in Clarksville says, I'm happy Cam Ward is becoming a leader, but Jeffrey Simmons should be doing this, not a rookie.
Well, I think he speaks.
I think Jeff's doing some of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been impressed with Jeffrey this training camp. I wasn't happy he didn't show up to OTAs, but since he's been here, what he said, what he's done, I've been okay with.
This is me. I have a friend of mine that's got a cat named Jeffrey, right? And he's just a disaster. And so every time I work with Jeffrey, I'm like, oh, the cat. Big Jeff just sounds good. Jeff Simmons. I always laugh at that. But, Simmons yesterday after practice said, look, we came out sluggish. Got to get more fired up and get it to go. I think, he's good. It's just the cast around him is just so, I'm not going to say bad because they are NFL players and we're not. Unknowns. And to me, that's the most difficult part because you don't know. And you don't have a lot of time to figure it out. You got opening game, see what you can do, and get it done then. So a bunch of unknowns around him, just not good, man. Not good knowing that they're how well or bad they're going to be. There we go.
7829 said, y'all sound so dense, it's nauseating. That said, yes, to think travel has no effect on your body or sleep just because you travel in style is just simply not true, especially changing time zones, continents. Why do you think they arrive days prior to allow the body to adjust? Dude,
That's fine.
they're in Atlanta. It's a 4-hour drive. And they were in Tampa before that, which is an easy flight. They did not drive to any of these places, by the way.
Correct.
They flew. I get it. I don't think I'm as staunch on the, they sleep on satin sheets like you are, but I've traveled with teams and they ain't staying at the Holiday Inn.
No.
So like, I mean, nothing against the Holiday Inn, but you know what I'm saying? Like they are dealing with good conditions and
They're staying at Omni National Hotels.
they're doing the things, they're practicing the schedule is exactly what they would be doing here. And my thing is like, why are you so tired? Like, I don't, why is there no jump? That's what we're asking.
Yeah. Again, you're not taking a school bus 2 hours to play Lincoln County on a hot Wednesday afternoon. I mean, everything's taken care of. So just go out and play. There should be no excuses. And then you're right. You fly the Vikings. They're flying over there. Yeah, you get over there, you let your body adjust, but you're not flying standby. You're not checking to see if your luggage made it. You're not being shuttled in a cab around London. I mean, so let's stop with that narrative of all that nonsense.
Yeah. I just like, well, here's what I want. Go out there and show me you want to be there. Go, show me you want to be there. And there are some guys that are doing that. Cam Ward's one of them. Calvin Ridley's one of them. Jeffrey Simmons is one of them. But like with the narrative of, oh, they had a slow start, they're sluggish. They were doing that here. That's all we've heard all training camp.
Right.
And I put that on, like, there was one, Randy says, can't deal with all this coddling by Callahan. Afraid to call a player or a group of players out for fear of hurting their feelings. I started in second grade in 1966. Even in the fourth grade, I played in the Herman Boone era. Waters for the weak. Here's your salt tablets. Being threatened with having to put a foot up my ass. Screw this. I'm worried about your feelings crap. I turned out fine. Being coached like that helped develop my work ethic and accountability still today.
Oh, it's funny you say that. Can you imagine today if it came out and you don't get any water? You got no water today. There's
they'd be shut down.
You'd be in jail.
Yeah.
You'd be arrested.
Now,
And rightfully so, probably.
Look, I think you can agree that there are things about the effects of this game that we know more about now than we didn't know about when you played. Is that a fair statement?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So there's more about conditioning. There's more about the effects on the body, obviously concussions. So I have no issue with adjusting how things go. Like, yeah, when it's 108 degrees outside, that's an exaggeration, but it feels like that.
Feels like it, baby.
You should have extra water breaks and hydrate. I think anybody would tell you that that's not a sign of weakness. That's smart and taking care of yourself.
Right. I'm with you.
If you take a hit to the head, you might want to sit out and get checked out because you know the long-term effects of that now.
Yes.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that it's been a narrative since training camp started that they were having slow, sluggish starts, including yesterday. And then they went out of their way to basically tell you, hey, we had a better start today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because slow starts is what has killed this team.
And we'll see it happens. Get to see them Friday night, how well they come out and play.
Yeah, 100%. 615-737-1025. We'll continue to take your calls and texts. Cam Ward said something today, though, where I was just like, oh, boy. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. We'll discuss that next. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel here on 102.5 The Game.
now that you've had these 3 joint practices, just how do you feel like this offense stacks up against pro defenses? You've seen it live. How do you feel this stacks up?
Well, I think we honestly have the ability to be a top 10 offense. But also it goes on every guy in that huddle, including myself, bringing the right mindset every day. And us also playing together. I think that's the biggest things that we always play together. We never point fingers at each other on both sides of the ball. And we just got to always have that mindset that we can be the best offense in the NFL. And then it really just comes with just us caring about each other on the field, off the field. And I think a lot of that stuff will translate to the game.
That was Cam Ward after practice today. Where did he say they were a top 10 offense? I've seen that everywhere. I thought that was what that was. But he's apparently after practice said he thinks they can be a top 10
Yes,
offense
that's the clip I heard. Yeah.
in this league, and then saying that Brian Callahan says, I want to be the reason he's a top 5 head coach at the end of the year. And my thing is, like, I'm glad you think that way.
Right.
Like, don't have a loser mentality and think, oh, we're not going to be very good. But I think you got to be careful in saying things like that, because now you're putting extra pressure on yourself and the team of things that you're probably not going to achieve.
Didn't the Titans have the number 2 defense last year?
It was like the number 2 scoring defense or something like that.
I mean, top 10 offense means nothing to me. You know what means something to me? Games won. Games won. There you go. How many games can you win? I mean, there's been championships won by some of the worst offenses. I mean, the 2000 Ravens were a terrible offensive football team, and they rolled because they had a massive defense. Top 10, that's great. Be a top 10 offense, but it doesn't translate into wins. One of the greatest offenses of all time was Hawaii when they had Colt Brennan at quarterback, throwing 800 yards a game. I think they went 6-6. Doesn't guarantee you anything. It's a team game. Everything's got to come together to win and be good. If you have confidence you can do that, I'm all about it, man. I have no problem firing your team up.
Teron put out there, Cameron Ward said he feels like the Titans will have a top 10 offense and his wide receiver group is top in the league.
Okay.
I'm glad you believe that.
That's good. I mean, you got Ridley, you got
But
Lockett,
you got to show that.
guys that have proved it. Is he Cameron now or is he Cam?
I think I don't know. I've seen Cameron. I've seen Cam. I think there was something that he said where his mother calls him Cameron. But he goes by Cam pretty much with everybody else. But I know TD's elected with Cameron.
In the words of the great barbershop and Coming to America, his mama called him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. His mama called him Cameron. I'm gonna call him Cameron.
Yeah. So that's fine. I try and mix them both in.
Mix and match.
But I mean, is it like, I think we could all sit here and go, this team is nowhere near being a top 10 offense.
We haven't seen it.
Not right now.
I haven't seen anything.
I would love for that to be true.
But would you rather them come out and say, you know what, man, if we score a point all year, I'll be amazed. I like the bravado. I'm never going to knock down a guy's bravado. I don't mind it.
So he said that at the beginning of that clip. Is that what it was? Okay. I missed that.
I don't mind at all, man.
My bad. Play it again.
Against pro defenses, you've seen it live. How do you feel this stacks up?
Well, I think we honestly have the ability to be a top 10 offense. But also it goes on every guy.
That was my bad.
It's like, I hope I'm not going crazy.
Though you are, because you're hanging out with us, but
That's right.
you know, but no, like I don't think he could have answered that question without saying that is my thing. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just, don't set yourself up for unnecessary pressure. And I think that's what that does. Because if ESPN or, you know, some of the other national shows get a hold of that, Cam Ward says the Titans can be a top 10 offense. That's what they're going to talk about when, you know, on the 4 times a year they talk about the Titans.
What if it's not? What if it is a top 10? What if they're
then
wrong?
more power to him.
Love it, right? I love all that.
More power to him. Titans were second in yards and 32nd in scoring defense. So that's what it was. It was yards.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, to me, the stats are for all you nerds out there, the analytics, blah, blah. So tired of that.
The
wins or losses, baby.
Ron says lights, Cameron, action.
It's not bad.
That's
pretty
good,
good.
actually.
That's right. Little celebration when he throws his first touchdown pass.
9777 says, that's weird. None of y'all are his mama. So does that mean I call him Cam?
Oh man.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
That's right. Do whatever you want on that one.
That's funny.
I don't know. And then find the cam clip on how much he's going to play with Callahan. It said what he's going to do, and this is interesting because we're gonna match this up with what our man Tim Hasselbeck said and what Callahan said. You tell me what's first.
Is the expectation to still play guys, everybody on Friday?
Yeah, everybody's going to play. Probably similar to last week. You know, it's my same guys probably out. Simmons and Zeitler will probably sit, but other than that, most guys should be good to go. I may revisit that after today and see where we're at and all that. But yeah, plan on those guys playing pretty similar to last week.
Okay. And then here was Tim Hasselback with us yesterday.
Do you need to see Cam Ward play an entire game or no?
Not an entire game, but I do think there's an element of playing one series in the second half after a halftime. Just like, part of it is just like the mechanics and the routine of it. And, it may sound, somewhat silly, like, well, it's just halftime. Like, what's the big deal? But, for a quarterback, there is an element of going through your routine. You play a half. Who knows how the half ends? Does it end in a 2-minute drive? Does the other team have the ball? Like, you don't know what it is. You go into halftime. Okay. Like, what is that routine like? And then are you now getting the football back to start the second half, or are you waiting till the defense gets off the field to have another drive? And so, not just for the quarterback, but like the entire offense as a unit to say, all right, whatever the real time is, hey, it ends up being 23 minutes, 27 minutes, 34 minutes between the last time that you were out there on the field. Like, I do think there's an element of that I think it was important for players to go through.
That was Tim Hasselback yesterday on our show talking about that. Now, here's what I want to know. Will, if it's going to be similar to what it was in Tampa this week, does that mean for the third preseason game, then could we see him play through the half? Because I 100% agree with Tim.
Sure.
And I would love for somebody to ask Callahan specifically, hey, what is your philosophy of going through halftime and all of that and then coming out for a series and kind of see what he says? Because I mean, he's been around the game a long time. I would think that they understand the importance of that.
You got one more shot. Cam Ward's never played 4 quarters in a professional football game.
Yeah.
Even in preseason. I mean, do you not want to see that? What if he hits a wall in the third quarter against Denver that maybe could have been prevented because he played in a preseason game a lot? I don't know. And if you're bringing him along slowly because you won't make mistakes, again, I'm not Brian Callahan. I'm not one of the 27 coaches on the team who are all talking to Cam Ward or whatever's going on over there. They know best. But if it goes south, that's the first thing we're going to harp on. Is like, oh, he didn't play a lot in the preseason. It'll be the first thing we talk about.
Yeah.
Everybody will.
And how many times do we have the conversation about the rookie wall? And I'm not saying playing like a ton in the preseason is going to prevent that, but I think it'll help it because these guys are used to playing, anywhere from 12 to like 15 games in a season. And in some of those cases, they get pulled for scrub time. And then you go to a 17-game regular season,
right?
And you see so many. I mean, J.C. Latham happened to him last year. He
told us
he hit the rookie wall, and that's why he got his butt in gear and lost weight and got in better shape because he realized that he wasn't in good enough shape for 17 games.
Yeah. So for most of these guys, their season's over in late November in college. I mean, you'll play one. Cam Ward played half of the game in the bowl game, the Cheetos Bowl, I think it was. He played half of that before he set out. So he got a little practice in December, not that rough. But now you got, 5-6 more games going into December and January. I mean, you got to be ready. That's what everybody talks about. So I don't know. Brian Callen knows what he's doing. You trust him. I guess that's the thing.
I mean, he better know what he's doing. If he doesn't, he's not going to be here.
Yeah.
We'll be going through this crap all over again. So 615-737-1025. We'll get more of your calls, more of your texts. Coming up, Tehran at the top of the hour, chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5, the game on this Wednesday. Having a good time. We haven't gotten to our question of the day yet.
We have not. Also tonight, don't forget the if this bar could talk at Bar Lawns at Omni Nashville Hotel starting at 5 o'clock. Some of the best singer-songwriters in Nashville. It's a free show at Bar Lines, Omni Nashville Hotel. I've been down there. It's fantastic. Sydney Mack, Anthony Billups, Curtis John, Jackson Peden, some of the top names around. Free show tonight, Bar Lines, Omni Nashville Hotel, starting at 5. It's called If This Bar Could Talk, and it's going to talk tomorrow, Chase McCabe, from noon to 3.
Yes, it is. We'll be at Bar Lines. Looking forward to that, which will be our new Omni home. And we'll be at Omni Monday night too for the Tennessee Association of Broadcaster Awards. We're up for something.
We are up for something, and we're going to be up for something else if we happen to win.
Yes, we are.
Hello, Nashville.
Yeah. Watch out for sure. What is our question of the day?
All right, so it's been talked about the Titans need a lot of motivation. Who should they bring in there to fire the team up? So we want to know from you guys, 615-737-1025, who should the Titans bring in to fire up the team? Now, this could be a real person or a fictitious person. Who should the Titans bring in to motivate the team? Our good friend Todd Rodermill just said Terry Tate, the office.
That's the sound of the pain train, baby.
But I told Todd and you, I said, he might hit the guys too hard and they'll complain about that. So Terry Tate is on the board as well right now. So
they could be real or fictional.
Real or fictional to bring in. And Dr. Crane, I'll sent you a couple right there. I'm going to call for one in just a minute. So Chase, who do you think should be brought in to motivate the team?
This is an easy answer for me. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment.
Okay.
The Rock.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson would be fantastic. Now, I would want him to do the whole thing as The Rock and not Dwayne.
Right.
But I mean, his story, like, being real for a second, his story is pretty good. Like his dad was a pro wrestler. He grew up in wrestling, but didn't have a ton growing up, and now he's a billionaire. Like he's made something for himself.
Oh, he has done something for himself.
I mean, he's definitely motivational. So I think The Rock would be awesome.
615-737-1025. Who would you bring in to speak to the team? Here's who I would bring in, who I think should give the speech to the Titans before the game on Friday.
But as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Yes!
I love this movie.
Just run out there and get it done. God, can you imagine if they did that? If Bill Pullman shows up like he is now, I don't know, he's like 70-something, but I mean, it's our dream. It's our fantasy. You can pull whatever they want to on that.
The best scene in that whole movie is a sad scene, but it's also the one of you're like, hell yeah, brother. When Randy Quaid
right,
like throws the plane in front of, and takes out the aliens.
Doesn't he come back in part 2? Did somebody see that? I
haven't seen part 2.
I think he comes back and he was captured and gets released, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so. I mean, it's just I don't know. That first Independence Day is really good, man. It came out in 1996, by the way.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, right?
Will Smith has some good one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
And wasn't who played his wife?
It was it's not, oh gosh.
Was it Vivica A. Fox?
That's it. Thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, that movie was so good. Brent Spiner's in it.
It
for
is.
you Star Trek fans is the crazy doctor.
Is it Data or Data?
Data.
And because he said, how do you say your name? He's like, one is correct and one isn't.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Except he doesn't use contractions.
So what is
one is correct, one is not.
Okay.
Yep. I always wondered about that, to be a nerd for a second. Because like when I've rewatched Star Trek, I found one time he slipped up and had a contraction. Like and said isn't or something like that. But like how somebody would have to watch that was a part of his character that he could not use contractions.
Well, they have editors, right? I mean, they have script editors that go down and see for every show that you do. So somebody dropped the ball that day, man. Should let go.
615-737-1025. Our question of the day. Oh man, they are loaded up. Here we go. All right, on the text line. Randy says Debbie from Dallas.
Oh my God. We want him to win, not be exhausted.
Phil says Ari Gold. I don't know.
Is that from Entourage?
Maybe.
Okay.
0862 Mike Ditka. Yeah. Neely, if you really want to fire up the team, bring in Tanya Harding. She knows no limits.
And Jeff Guerrero.
Weston Clarksville, Chris Sanders, get better or get bitter.
I'd do that all day, baby.
Mark in Paris, Matt Foley.
I mean, that's the ultimate one.
Live in a van down by the river.
That's the one.
Logan says they need Friday Night Lights, Billy Bob Thornton.
It's such an underrated football movie.
0178, the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
He defended the entire team.
Nevada Josh, they brought in Jelly Roll the other day.
Yawn.
Yeah. He was fine. Corey and Matt Juliet, Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso would be fantastic.
2459, Lou Holtz.
I love me some Lou Holtz.
9926, Al Pacino from Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
9355 at this point, get a farmer friend from the Waterboy. Good one. Let's go to the phone lines. Mark will lead us off. Mark, who you got as a motivational speaker?
Hey guys, how y'all doing today?
We're good.
Hey man, just listening to this stuff, these guys are tired and all that. I get it. It's hot. But, I was in the military and I was in a light infantry unit, and we were supposed to be able to deploy anywhere within 48 hours in the whole world. I mean, we might be out partying or doing or whatever, and if we got that call, we went, not knowing how long we were going to be there, not long, how long we were going to stay, what we were going to be doing.
Yeah.
I say bring in SEAL Team 6 and fire these dudes up.
Woo!
We made a lot less money than these dudes are. And these dudes got to remember why they're there, what they're doing. They are a team. They play together. They represent Nashville, and get it together.
Love it.
I love that. Mark,
Thank you.
Great call. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it, fellas.
Let's go to Doug. Doug's next up. What you got?
Hey, I've got a motivator for the fans and for the team. For the fans, I want screaming Willie Beamer.
Good one.
All right.
And for the team, I want Carl Action Jackson Weathers.
That's a good one,
He's
too.
got the look, he's got the face, and he's got the credentials.
Well, hold on. Do you want Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers, or you want Action Jackson, Carl Weathers?
Photo finish on either one.
Okay. Love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. Good call. Let's go to Eric. Eric, what you got?
Hey, guys, I'm just going to do the scene from the movie. I don't want to see those guys get another yard. You blitz all night long, and you make them remember. Night they played the Titans. Remember the Titans, Will Patton.
There you go. That's a
Guys,
perfect
y'all
one.
take care. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Eric. So on the new Madden game, as you're starting at Nissan Stadium, the fans are doing the Remember the Titans chant. It was pretty funny. Kenny the Mailman, who you got? Who's a motivational speaker?
Fellas, I'm saving y'all money. We're bringing somebody from right here in Nashville. He's passionate. He's heated. He's been banned in certain sections of this city. We're bringing Vandy Clay to give the speech.
Oh, my gosh.
Joe,
Yes.
I guarantee you 5 minutes after Clay talks, you're hatching your wigging a lot faster. All my best.
He just tripped it. Thank you, Kenny. He just tripped over a coffee table trying to get to the phone to call in now.
My gosh. Or ran over somebody on the Uber train. Oh, good Lord.
Brian says can't bring him back because he's passed away, but maybe he could dress someone up like the Ultimate Warrior and play his music and let him run around the meeting room. If that doesn't get you going, nothing will.
Hey, it could be real, fictitious, alive or dead. Well, this is our game here.
If we're going to live or dead, the Hulkster.
The Hulkster.
What you gonna do when the Titans run all over you, brother? Yeah. 1701. Make everyone watch the movie clip Facing the Giants, where they carried a person 100 yards across the field, and when they thought they couldn't do it. Is that Little Giants?
I have no idea.
Brian says, being that Callahan is a joke 90% of the time, he would probably recommend bringing Pee Wee Herman in to get this. Oh, here's a good one. 0862, John Belushi from Animal House.
Oh my gosh, yes. It wasn't over when
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Right.
Germans? Hey, he's rolling.
Yeah, let him go.
5394. They'll remember the Titans. Denzel Washington is Coach Boone. Coach Herman Boone would be good. David Kentucky. Bring in Isaiah Wilson.
And let him rap.
Yeah.
There's rap act for everybody going down.
Clay and Gallatin, Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth.
So, you know what? That was one that I thought about. It was like, that's kind of funny. And I was like, bring in there and drop the hammer on those guys, man.
Andrew from Dover with all the posts on Facebook. Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my God.
We need them motivated, not distracted.
Some would lose their mind.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be motivated.
Hell yeah.
Liam Neeson, but his character in Taken.
Yes. Yes. The first one when it was like, all right, this is organic and good.
6188 Herb Brooks from The Miracle.
Tell you, watch that. If you don't have to watch the movie, that's fine. Watch that speech.
Dylan and Antioch, they need a stern talking to from George Plaster.
Now, hold on a second now.
Nevada Josh says Mike Vrabel.
What are you doing with your hands?
That would be a good one. Bill Murray from Stripes. These are all, keep these coming. We'll get back to these a little later in the show. Coming up next, Teron Davenport will join us from down in Atlanta. We'll get his thoughts on today's practice. It's Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. Titans down in Atlanta for joint practices, day number 2. And we say hello to our man, TD, Teron Davenport. Talking with TD is the podcast. You can hear him all over this radio station. And thanks to the fine folks at Bart Durham Law for having him down in Atlanta. TD, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you guys.
All right, just please, I've read tweets and everything. Was today better? Please tell me today was better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Today was better. And you could tell that they made a concerted effort to come out more aggressively. I'm not going to say the fights were on purpose, but as Arden Key told me, another 4-letter word for urine was hot. And I think that that's basically what happens, right? And Jarvis Brownlee Jr., he told me yesterday that the way that he wants to set the tone and make sure that they get off to an early start was get a PBU or hit somebody. And he got one early, and he made sure that he talked the talk, and they had a better start. It still wasn't outstanding, but it was much better considering how poorly they played yesterday.
Okay, so here, and I'm sure everyone shares this concern. I know you do. I do. I feel like it's been, and I think you've even asked about it, a theme of sluggish, slow, not the best starts. At this point in training camp, TD, I kind of feel like that should be out of the way.
Yeah, that should be out of the way, but unfortunately, it's something that they've encountered twice. And everyone continues to point to the road trip, which, I mean, look, it's exhausting. I mean, yeah, they're staying in plush hotels, this, that, and the third, but hey, you're away from your family. You kind of have to change your routine. So it could throw you off a bit, but still, it's professional football, as Jeffrey Simmons said yesterday. You got to be able to turn it on when it's time to turn it on. And anytime you set foot in between those lines, it's time to turn it on. So they got to get it cranked up immediately.
So you and I have had this talk about Jeffrey Simmons in the hallway. We've talked about it on the air. You know, I've been critical of him. You've been around him more this year, obviously. I've been impressed from what I've seen. I feel like there's been a little bit of a change with him. Obviously, he came to camp, lost some weight, looked really good. Looks like he's about to, really show everybody. But I feel like how he has carried himself has definitely been what a leader should do.
Yeah, you might want to, in Madden, bump up the leadership attributes a few points this year. I think he's definitely stepped up. And, one of the things that we always talked about, Chase, was not being so talkative, right? And he said it yesterday. He said, man, it's got to be less talk and more doing. I'm tired of talking about these slow starts. Is what we had this last year, and we can't have it roll into this year. So you're right there. But then not only is he showing leadership just from the things that he's saying, he's also showing leadership just on the field. Like today, he was able to poke through, get a sack. He made sure he talked his trash because that's his game, and that's what he did. But then more importantly, you look at just his diet. I mean, I have a story coming out on he and J.C. Latham, and I'll drop this nugget from it. He told me that he put on from mini camp to training camp because his whole off season was all about shedding weight and getting rid of bad weight. He told me that with the new routine that he put in, especially once he implemented it and focused on muscle mass, he gained almost 7 pounds of muscle from mini camp to training camp. And he's now at around 305. He was weighing about 297 during minicamp.
Talking to Teron Davenport on the Chasing Big Joe show. Teron, from 0 to 100% being ready to go. Where is Cam Ward right now in regards to the starting game?
In my opinion, I would say probably between 50 to 60, to be honest with you. There's still mistakes. I asked him specifically because I finally caught a mistake that he made twice. And that was not throwing the ball all the way out of bounds. He didn't do that in the Bucks game, and then he didn't do that today, and it was intercepted. And that ended the the move the ball period, So that's something that he has to fix. He told me that it's just an understanding of the rules, and that he has to understand that all he has to do is get it back to the sticks, and that's fine. So that's something that he'll work on. But I think, he has a way to go to get ready. There's still more not confidence, but timing and rhythm he has to establish with the receivers, and even just that synergy that being in sync with Brian Callahan as a play caller has to come too. So he's not ready right now. There were a game this week, and I was a betting man. I'll bet on the Broncos. may end up doing that, suggesting that later next month anyway, but nevertheless.
How much do we need to see him Friday night? We had Tim Hasselback on. Tim said, look, I like to see him go the entire first half, one series in the second half. I don't think that's Callahan's plan for Friday night, right?
Right. His plan is similar to last week where he played 2 series. Now, I know Cam, he begged Callahan to get him back in there because, he's a gamer. Like anybody, you love the game, so you want to play it. But I think, he does need – I agree with Hasselbeck in that he does need to play the full first half. And I think you need to get him out there the second half, like get him used to going in at halftime, coming out and getting back into that rhythm, almost like you're restarting the game.
They got one more game left next week against the Vikings. Do you need to see Cam do a whole game? Does that concern you if he hasn't not done a whole game in preseason?
No.
Not at all?
No. I mean, you don't usually see the quarterbacks play a whole game, but I do think he needs to at least come out and play a couple series, especially, the fans. I mean, they still pay money for the preseason, so give him a little bit of a show. Let him go ahead and play and let them see him. So it won't hurt you, that's for sure, because the one way you get better at playing football is by playing football.
Yes.
Brian Callahan himself said that.
I would be curious, and I don't know if you've asked him or gotten this from him, of Brian Callahan's philosophy, because for so long, and obviously it was with 4 preseason games, there was that emphasis of go through the half, go through into the locker room, go through the halftime, come out and play a series, and that was beneficial to teams. I'd be really curious of how he feels about that, and if now with joint practices, if that there's not as much of an emphasis on that anymore.
I think that's honestly across the league. The joint practices, it's controlled chaos. They're able to get the particular looks they want, et cetera. So I think that's something that, all coaches have kind of adopted to, and you don't see as much, as many stars, like first teamers playing in the preseason. But like I said, man, best way to get better at it is to do it. So I'm all for guys out there playing.
Okay, I love asking you this question every training camp, and I'm going to dub these TD's Diamonds. Who's a guy that we're not talking about that we need to be paying attention to right now that stood out?
On the Titans, a guy that we're not talking to that stood out. There's 2. I'm going to just stick to the one, man. Cam Horsley. I think you look at him because everybody was like, hey, why the heck did they cut Keandre Colburn? I was like that too. But, Cam Horsley is a guy that they like, and he actually had a tip pass that ended up being an interception. He brings it, man, up front, and he's a D tackle that'll help them out. So you want like a gem, a diamond, digging a little deep, he's the one. But, I would go there.
Outside Teron getting asked about Cam Ward, what player do you get asked most about on this Titans football team? Because for my friends, it's Restrepo, and I'm like, he ain't making the team. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Who do you get asked about most?
Yeah, I would say a tie between Restrepo, Calvin Ridley, and Jeffrey Simmons. I would say that. I get the Simmons questions a lot just because people know that he's one of my favorite players in the league. That doesn't mean I'm not objective with him, but I get the questions on him a lot because they know that he's a guy that I'm very fond of.
What have you seen from Gunnar Helm so far?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned him. He had an appearance today. I wasn't sure that he got on the bus yesterday, but today he made a couple catches, man. So, he's a guy that's just continuing to find his way. He's made some plays throughout camp, and I think he's become a guy that Cam Ward trusts. I would expect to see, him in some 12 personnel sets. He and Chig, very good route runner, very excellent feel for zone, knows where to find the windows and stuff like that. And he actually has showed up in 9-on-7, right, in run period. So I think that as shown by the unofficial depth chart, with him being second behind Okonkwo, he's had a very good camp especially for a rookie tight end.
So it's funny. I was going to go there. Chase's unofficial depth chart would have him second as well behind Chig. I have David Martin Robinson ahead of Josh Wiley right now. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Hey, you're not the only one. And if you remember last year, one of my gems or diamonds was that guy you just mentioned, and I mean, of course, I was a little biased because he's a Temple guy, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I mean, you talk about an athlete, you talk about a guy that runs routes well. He actually has become a really good blocker for them also.
and he is third on the depth chart there, and he's a guy that they apparently like more than Wiley. But hey, let me tell you this: Josh Wiley had a touchdown yesterday and today, so he's trying to make sure that he's in the mix. And if they do release a tight end, I could tell you for sure one of them they'll get scooped up, because this league they have their eyes on the Titans tight end group. I'm not saying it's the best or top 5 in the league, like Cam Ward said about the receivers, but they are a group that a lot of people have their eyes on.
So speaking of receivers, Joe mentioned Restrepo, and I agree. I don't see a spot for him right now. Maybe practice squad to continue to develop. But when you look at Prochet, Oliver, Jaquan Jackson, Mason Kinsey's always in there. What does the bottom of that receiver group look like right now?
Yeah, I think Prochet is the guy. He made a diving catch today that I had to say, man, this dude, rent must be due. It must be time to pay the piper, because he's trying to make sure he makes this roster. I think Prochet, he'll be in there on the punt return group, kick return group rather. Punt return's gonna be interesting. I think Timray DK wins that, but I mean, nevertheless, he's gonna be in the back end there. I think they keep 6, maybe 7, but he'll be the last guy in.
All right, Teron, 1 being low, 10 being high. What is Brian Callahan's frustration level, best you could tell right now?
That's a good question, because I asked him, I'm like, hey, man, like, slow starts last year, slow start last week, slow start yesterday. And he was like, well, we just got to play better. And he said the guys have to make plays early, and it won't seem like it's so slow. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but my thing is, what can you do to get these guys to get off the bus ready to go? And he doesn't seem to be frustrated at all about that. So outside looking in, I would say a 4. Obviously as a coach, you always want to get better. So I would say 4 or 5, somewhere in that range.
Awesome stuff. Teron, thanks as always for doing this. We appreciate the report, and we will see you when you get back.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, make sure you guys turn on SportsCenter. I should be on there in the next hour.
We got it on.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. We got it on.
Turn it now.
Awesome.
Hey, Cameron Ward is good for business, baby.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Thanks, TD. Appreciate it.
All right, for sure. Appreciate it.
Teron Davenport joining us from Atlanta in joint practices. And check him out on SportsCenter. And he is presented by Bart Durham Law. Appreciate them for being on board. I thought good stuff there. Anything kind of pop at you on some of the position battles?
He's there every day.
Yeah.
Every day, every practice, every snap. That's a guy to follow. We could pick and choose what we see on social media because we're not there every day. That dude's there every day, and he's got good knowledge. He knows what's going on. Good follow on Twitter. I'm good. I mean, he tells me Brian Callahan's at a 4. That's fine. If he says that Cam Ward's at 55% to get ready for the first game, I believe all that. I just want to see more. And, Teron hit it. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks go 4 quarters in preseason. This guy's a rookie.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's never done 4 quarters in professional football. I don't know. We won't see it. I'd like to see him go, like Tim Hasselbeck said, into the second half.
Yeah, 100% agree. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. We'll continue that discussion. Plus, today, coming up at the bottom of the hour, our Chat GPT college football playoff simulation. This was by request.
By several people requested this one.
1951. We will do that at the bottom of the hour, but more reaction to what TD had to say, including this tight end group. I actually have a thought on this that I didn't think I would have. We'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel and broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. I have David Martin Robinson ahead of Josh Wiley right now. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Hey, you're not the only one. If you remember last year, one of my gems or diamonds was that guy you just mentioned, and I mean, of course, I was a little biased because he's a Temple guy, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But, I mean, you talk about an athlete, you talk about a guy that runs routes well. He actually has become a really good blocker for them also. And he is third on the depth chart there. And he's a guy that they apparently like more than Wiley. But, hey, let me tell you this. Josh Wiley had a touchdown yesterday and today. So he's trying to make sure that he's in the mix. And if they do release the tight end, I could tell you for sure one of them, they'll get scooped up because this league, they have their eyes on the Titans tight end group. I'm not saying it's the best or a top 5 in the league like Cam Ward said about the receivers, but they are a group that a lot of people have their eyes on.
That was Sharon Davenport just a few minutes ago with us. Hey, this September, Tim McGraw will be performing at Trinetics Rock the Cradle in Nashville, a meaningful event supporting newborns and moms at Ascension St. Thomas Midtown. Get your tickets now at rockthecradlenashville.org. The tight end group is intriguing to me, and I'm feeling a little bit better about it than maybe I did before. Josh Wiley has been one that I've kind of been waiting to get it, and maybe these joint practices is that opportunity. But right now I have him 4th on the depth chart, but Helm's been good. And I think Okonkwo's had a nice camp at this point.
Well, the tight end now has become the love position. We love the tight end. I mean, because it has exploded in the last 5 to 7 years.
Because it's a safe space for the quarterback.
George Kittle. I mean, I still think they should have got Brock Bowers last year in the draft. A lot of people thought that as well. I thought it would have been great. So now you want to join the tight end game. If Gunnar Helm was great at Texas, he's not as big as I thought he was. I thought he was a lot bigger, bulkier. But who am I to evaluate a player? But he's good, and that's the thing. You want the tight end to be able to block, be good. George Kittle has redefined what the tight end is now going forward. Guy who loves. I think George Kittle would rather lay you out on a block than score a touchdown. I mean, that's just the way it is. And so it's encompassed the team attitude. So you want that tight end who can block, who can catch, who can score, who's got that great attitude, who wants to lift you guys up. And I think you need that. And maybe Gunnar Helm's the guy. I don't think Chig is at all. I don't think he's just that good. I think Gunnar Helm will certainly involved in that. But if Teron saying David Martin Robinson's got something, I'm all about that.
Well, he's now had two good years of training camp, and that's obviously a good thing. Is he good enough to make, because he made the team? I think he made the team last year, but then they didn't. I never really remember hearing much about him. But if he's the third guy, I mean, we know this team likes to go 12 personnel a lot,
Right.
so
They do.
having a lot of a good available tight ends is certainly good for them.
I think that's the safety valve. You talked about that for the quarterback. And look, we got spoiled on Wycheck here when this team showed up, was really good. Then Delaney Walker came in here, and they get a good tight end who's reliable and decent and down the field, make plays. That helps this football team out in so many ways. That's be so great. But again, you default back, that defense, holy cow. I mean, you have to outscore people by a lot to win games. And it's, if Ridley can go, if Lockett can go, if Bryce Oliver can be your guy, if Cam can get it going, again, there's a lot of positives. We just got to see it. We haven't seen it yet.
Hang on. Are you starting to talk yourself into what Cam Ward said and that they could be a top 10 offense?
Absolutely they can. They've got talent. I think Pollard's excellent. I think Ridley's excellent.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett's still got gas in the tank. I'm telling you. Bryce Oliver is not bad. They got talent on this team. It's just that the defense is awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
They have talent on this team. I just got to see it all come together.
Right. Yeah.
And the thing that I hate harping on this, the thing I keep going back to in all of this is the coaching. Is do they have the right coaching to develop and utilize the talent that's there?
We will find out. Again, if you know good and well, if this goes south and Patriots thump that bottom in October, he's gone.
Yeah.
And I would hate to be a coach knowing that that's in the back of my mind every time I walk in that building. It is. And don't say the old line of like, only two types of coaches in the world, ones who got fired, ones who are going to get fired. I mean, that's just, we know all that stuff. So that doesn't mean anything right now if you're Brian Callahan trying to put a team together. But, if Teron says his frustration rate's between a 4 and 5 out of 10, then that's okay. We got to see it. And then, the thing about football is we'll see it on September the 7th in Denver.
Weston Hermitage. We should have never let go of Anthony Firkser.
Never. Never. Or Fasano.
Yeah, Fasano was good.
Fasano wasn't bad, man. Yeah.
I think he's coaching now.
You want it here in town?
No, well, maybe.
Hell, there's so many of them that stay here and coach in town. Fasano had the game winner versus the Saints in 2015. Malarkey's first win as head coach of the
he sure did.
On the whatever that tight end leak out the backside and fake the play to one side, and he was wide open in the end zone.
Let's see. He is. I'm looking on Wikipedia because it tells you everything. So I guess he retired in 2017. For some reason, I thought he was a coach somewhere.
Could be. They all end up doing something like most of them do, sticking around. I mean, we could go a long list of Titans players that are coaching high school football. Hell, Tim said 3 yesterday. Leroy Harris, Ben Jones, Hasselbeck. We know Mettenberger's at Ryan. Kerry Collins is at Summit. The tight end that was from Kansas State.
Brett Kearns at FRA.
Brett Kearns at FRA. Castle is dealing with FRA, isn't he?
Yep.
Something over there. Shad Meyer.
Yeah.
I think he was at Franklin as offensive line coach for tight end for the Titans.
Kevin Dyson's a principal.
So there's a lot of these guys on and on and on. Jimmy Titans coaches at Ryan?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, we had like Mettenberger and Locker stop by. They did their little like camps and stuff, but no.
I mean, Mettenberger's head coach now.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. Not in my tenure though.
Okay.
I know you guys mentioned Chris Sanders, I believe, at NBA.
Chris Sanders is a good one. There's a kicker that was at Ravenwood. I don't know if he's still there.
Akers,
yeah, David Akers.
His kid's kicking at UCLA, I think. It's at where it is. Yeah.
So there's quite a few that are there. We'll continue to take our question of the day, Joe, which is
the Titans need somebody to fire them up. Who would you have bring in for the Titans to be the motivational speaker? It could be a real person. It could be a fictitious. It could be a movie star, whatever. Who would you have come in and speak to the Titans, get them fired up to motivate them? 615-737-1025.
Nevada Josh said Trump. That could be interesting.
Yeah, why? I mean, why not? You can fire them up, let them go.
Coming up next, we will have ChatGPT do the 1951 college football season, in which like 8 teams claim a national championship. We'll do it with the college football playoff format. We'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Hey, guys, let's talk about anxiety and depression for a moment right now. Those are 2 things that I've struggled with the last 2 years, but because I saw a mental health professional, I no longer have to deal with this. For the last 2 years, we've been on a mental health mission right here on the Chasing Big Joe show. We tell you that if you are struggling, please talk to someone. And again, talking to someone saved my life. And if you're in that dark place, I want you to know that help is around the corner. You don't have to be a big bad man about all this. I was like that until I spoke out and talked to somebody. So much better. We have partnered with Unity Psychiatric Care, a wonderful place right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well, and it works. Here's what you need to do. Just go to the GameNashville.com, GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and scroll down. There's a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. So many of you guys have reached out to us. Now we have a partner that cares about you. And listen, you do not have to go through this alone. Trust me on this. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002. That's 1-888-508-8002. That's Unity Psychiatric Care. Listen, we love you. We want the best for you. Our world's a better place because you are here. Just please go to the GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe tab, and you'll see all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care right there. Listen, help is just around the corner, and you do not have to go through any of this alone.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, the game on this Wednesday. We are presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. We will be there tomorrow at Barlines. Looking forward to that. 615-737-1025. Our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. So we've been having some fun with this. We are 10 days away from college football.
We are, man.
10 days away. We are almost there.
Praise the Lord.
I think I'm going to go with a 4 TV setup this year. And anybody that asks me to do anything on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday of Labor Day weekend, the answer is kindly no.
What about the next weekend?
We'll see.
You'll be in Wisconsin with me.
I will. Yeah, that's right. I had to think about that for a second. So we'll have fun in Wisconsin. You'll get to try spotted cow for the first time.
Okay.
It'll be good. All right. So we've been asking ChatGPT just to have a little fun before we get to college football. Could you predict the college predict the national champion of a given year from the past using the college football playoff format? This has been a lot of fun. So yesterday we did 1998.
Right.
And then people were like, what about 1951? Because I guess there were a few national champions claimed.
5 teams have laid claim to the 1951 national championship. Tennessee, Maryland, Michigan State, Georgia Tech, and Illinois all have.
So this is what it said when I asked it. Let's reimagine the 1951 college football season under today's 12-team CFP rules. For reference, in real life, Tennessee finished 10-1. Michigan State was 9-0, Maryland was 10-0, and Georgia Tech was 11-0. But the AP awarded the title to Tennessee before bowl games. In our alternate 12-team playoff, we'll use the final pre-bowl AP rankings as seeding and account for bowl outcomes where applicable. So there you go. Tennessee is the number 1 seed. Then Michigan State, Maryland, they won the Southern Conference, and Georgia Tech also representing the SEC. Then you have Illinois, as you like to say, Stanford, Princeton, Kentucky, Oklahoma, San Francisco, Syracuse, and Texas. The first round sees the 8-9 matchup. Kentucky takes on Oklahoma. Oklahoma's power run game overwhelms Kentucky's thin roster late. Oklahoma wins 24-17. The 5-seed Illinois against Texas, the 12 seed. Illinois' rushing attack and Big Ten line dominate Texas. Illinois wins it running away 28-10. The 7 seed against the 10 seed Princeton against 10 seed San Francisco. San Francisco's famous undefeated team with future NFL stars like Gino Marchetti and Ollie Matson proves too much for Princeton's old school single wing. San Francisco wins it 21-17. The single wing. How much you love that.
Love it, man.
The 6 seed Stanford against 11 seed Syracuse. Stanford passes its way past Syracuse in a shootout. Stanford wins 34-27. Now we go to the quarterfinals. The neutral sites in the Sugar Bowl. Tennessee against Oklahoma. Tennessee's stout defense bends, but doesn't break. Hank Laracella's running seals it, and Tennessee wins 20-14.
Go Vols!
So the Vols survive. Georgia Tech against Illinois, the 4-5. This at the Orange Bowl. Illinois' size up front wears down Georgia Tech. Paul Williams' late touchdown seals it. Illinois wins it 27-20. The 3-seed Maryland against the 6-seed Stanford at the Cotton Bowl. Maryland's balanced attack and Jim Tatum's coaching proved to be too much. Maryland wins by 10, 31-21.
All right.
And then finally, the 2-seed Michigan State against the 10-seed San Francisco at the Rose Bowl. The Cinderella Dons hang tough, but Michigan State's big backs grind them down. Michigan State wins 24-13.
All right, keep going.
Now we move to the semifinals. The 1-seed Tennessee against Illinois. A defensive slugfest. Johnny Majors Vols win a field position war 17-10.
Johnny Majors, is that ChatGPT? Yeah. He had nothing to do with that 51 team.
That's what it says, Johnny Majors.
Yeah.
That's funny. Michigan State versus Maryland. Maryland shocks Michigan State with early passing strikes and holds on late. Maryland wins 24-20.
Okay.
In the national championship game, Tennessee against Maryland, It says played at a modern college football style neutral site. Let's say the Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
Okay.
Maryland jumps out early with quarterback Jack Scarbath engineering 2 touchdown drives, but Tennessee's defense adjusts. Lauricella and Hersky Payne combined for a grinding second half, and a late interception by Tennessee seals it. They win the national championship 21-17.
Well, I guess there it is. Tennessee does lay claim to that.
And go 12-0 in that format in 1951.
You know who the coach of Kentucky was in 1951?
Bear Bryant.
Bear Bryant.
Paul Bear Bryant.
Yep. So I'm surprised Alabama didn't claim that one too, and they claim every other one.
They do claim quite a bit of
for Moe's going there. It's funny. You look at the 51 season. Hank, who won the Heisman Trophy? That guy just had his name out here.
Oh, people are mad at me that I didn't do the voice.
Oh yeah, all right.
The 1951 national champions, the Tennessee Volunteers, defeating the Maryland Terrapins 17.
It was
nothing.
Dick Kazmaier from Princeton won Heisman Trophy in 51.
Oh, Dick Kazmaier.
But one of the top players in the country that year was NBA graduate Bill Wade at Vanderbilt.
Bill Wade. Oh yeah, he was good in the 50s.
Really good.
Drafted by Chicago Bears.
The Rams.
The Rams, then the Bears.
Then traded to Chicago, where he got it done. So yeah, that's kind of cool there. So good for so Tennessee, good job.
Yeah.
Except the Johnny Majors thing.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, look, there's going to be some of that.
There should be none of that chat GPT.
Well, I don't know. Write a letter to chat GPT.
I will. It'll tell me to screw off when I do that. And it says, I will kill you at 2 a.m. when you're sleeping.
Probably.
When the phone takes after you. No, I think that's very cool. I like history of college football is fun. I mean, that is fun because we all imagine what it was like back then. We have no. By the way, Tennessee that season, let me tell you this real quick. They beat Tennessee winning the national championship that year. Hold on. Come with me. Well, don't go anywhere. They beat Tennessee Tech, Chattanooga, and Washington and Lee at home. And
oh, wow.
3 of their 8 wins were with those teams.
So who was General Neyland still the coach? Who was the coach?
It was General Neyland.
Well, there you go.
Robert Neyland was in his 20th season head coach at the University of Tennessee.
When did Majors play there?
54, 55, and 56. He should have won the Heisman Trophy in 56. And Dr. Cran's getting mad at me. Paul Hornung won the Heisman Trophy because he was 2-8, but Paul Hornung went to Notre Dame, and most of the sports writers were Catholic and gave it to Paul Hornung. I will die on that hill. I'll die on that hill that Johnny Majors was better than Paul Hornung.
I mean, as long as they said the rosary, it's okay.
Speaking of Tennessee, I guess something's official. It's been out there for a while.
Yeah, right.
And I wonder how much we really care about this anymore. We'll discuss that next. Plus, the last Heisman winner of each SEC school, Joe has pulled that.
Oh, this is a trivia for you, Chase McCabe.
Okay, we will do that coming up next. Chase and Big Joe on this Wednesday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. Hey, this week's Nashville's best deal, Fat Bottom Brewing Company. Love Fat Bottom Brewing Company. Join Fat Bottom this Saturday for their Lucky 13 anniversary party at 800 44th Avenue North in Nashville. It's a full day of casino-themed fun, live tattoos from Black 13, face painting, balloon art, games, and, of course, ice-cold beer. Get a $100 gift card, half off while supplies last at thegamenashville.com/deals. Plus, don't miss their Lucky 13 anniversary party this Saturday at Fat Bottom Brewing Company. Definitely a cool place to check out. All right, the news on Tennessee, I guess, have they made it official? They're going back to Adidas?
In 26 or 27. I think it
Okay.
ends in 26, so I guess it'll be next year.
Yeah, I feel like this was a big deal for a while, but now it's not as big of a deal because we're just so used to college teams and now NFL teams having like 7 uniforms.
Right.
So it's like whatever. I like the smoky gray and the black uniform or the night mode and all that stuff. So
I hear old man yelling at Cloud. I don't, but they're
Yeah.
not trying to appeal to me, and I understand that. There's a reason Alabama has never gone to some kind of cutesy uniform. I mean, Florida did with the helmets, which was okay a few years ago, but I get it. I understand it. It ain't about me. I appreciate it.
that's fine. You've done some fun little research on something.
I was looking something up. I wanted a question to see if Vanderbilt has ever had a player even get Heisman Trophy votes, and I can't find. So I don't know. I can't find it anywhere.
Bill Wade didn't.
So I don't know. It didn't say.
Yeah.
It wouldn't pop up. So when I clicked on this link, there's a guy that we know well. He came up as an expert in football, and if I would show you his picture, you would laugh. So I just said, I'm not. I just X'd out of it. I'll show you who it is.
He came up as an expert in football.
In football, yeah. When I'll tell you during the break, you'll be like, oh, I clicked out of it too. So it is for you people out there listening. We're going to name the last Heisman winner from each SEC school. Now, there are 7 SEC teams who've never had a Heisman Trophy winner. Go.
Tennessee,
1,
Vanderbilt,
2,
South Carolina,
false,
Kentucky,
3,
Missouri,
4,
Arkansas,
5.
2 more.
Mhm.
Trying to think.
Well, something. My daddy never won one.
Ole Miss,
6,
Mississippi State.
7. That's correct. There you go. All right. So Chase McCabe, last Heisman winner from, and they left a school. I'm trying to figure out which school it is because I've only got 15 schools. This is a new where they've added Texas and Oklahoma to this. So LSU, last player to win the Heisman Trophy.
Joe Burrow.
Incorrect.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Come on, buddy.
Dang it.
You got this. Somebody right now in their car screaming.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Thank you.
Alabama. Last Heisman winner from Alabama.
Bryce Young.
Yep. What year?
2021.
That a boy. Oklahoma football.
Baker.
Incorrect.
Oh,
He's tiny.
yeah, the short guy. Why am I blanking on these quarterbacks'
Come
names?
on.
Video game guy.
Video games.
Just say it.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. Thank you. I don't know why I'm blanking on names today.
Texas A&M.
Johnny Manziel.
There you go. 2012. I had to give you the.
No, I mean, I was getting there. I was just trying to think of the year.
The Auburn Tigers. Last Heisman Trophy winner from that school.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Good job. The Florida Gators. And what year?
Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
09?
No, close though.
10?
Nope.
8? 7?
7. There you go. The Texas Longhorns. Their last Heisman Trophy winner.
Vince didn't win it. Should have. Ricky Williams?
Yes, sir.
If you're watching the stream, you saw what Joe did.
What year did Ricky Williams win the Heisman Trophy?
That would have been it just Is it 99?
Close.
2000?
By the way.
98?
98. And finally, you got to get this one to make me feel better. South Carolina, who's their only and last Heisman Trophy winner.
See, I'm blanking on this.
He was the number 1 draft choice in 1981 for the New Orleans Saints. Played 4 seasons there, got a little trouble, ended up winning a Super Bowl ring with the Redskins in 87.
I don't remember. Well, it was obviously before my time.
It was. It's all right, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
He probably shouldn't have won it that year. Herschel Walker should have won it. George Rogers, Heisman Trophy winner 1980. Now, my mind is warped. I can't figure out who the last school is because they've got 15 schools here. There's 16. Oh, they left off Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
This list left off Georgia. This is from BetMGM too.
Come on.
You bastards. Come on, man.
Well,
Herschel.
Yeah.
Yep. In 82, that would be it.
Yeah.
They left him off. But it's interesting to know that Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Arkansas have never won Heisman Trophy winner. Majors should have won in 56. Peyton probably should have won in 97. Other than that, nobody else has come close.
Yeah, Peyton.
You were young, boy. At what, you were like 9? How old did you win in 97?
I was 10.
Yeah.
I was 10. But no, I vividly remember that because I was sitting on the floor at my grandparents' house and I don't think I cried, but I was mad. I was like really mad when he didn't win because I loved him at Tennessee.
Do you remember the 4 that were up, the other 3 with him that were up for it? Woodson won, so we got 2.
It was Woodson, Manning, Brian Leaf.
Brian Leaf.
Who was the other one? With Warfield was already gone, right?
Warfield won in 96.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't remember.
He played it at the time. They were an FCS program.
I still don't remember.
He is one of the greatest receivers of all time.
Oh. Well, no. Wait a minute. Randy Moss? Marshall?
Randy Moss
Yeah,
at Marshall
right.
that did that. It's funny. There was a book that came out about ESPN called, I forget what the name of it was. Came out in the mid 2000s. If you remember the comment that Chris Fowler had when Peyton didn't win, he said it sent Tennessee fans into a trailer park
frenzy. Yep.
And I was told for a while that game day did not want to go to Knoxville because of that comment.
I believe it.
So, I mean, I do. And then he's apologized for it and all that other stuff. But at the time when he said that, that inflamed so many people that he said that.
So a couple of texts on our text line driven by WilsonCountyHunter.com. 4405, Hendon would have won if not for the injury. I will say I halfway agree, but keep in mind he was playing like crap against South Carolina before he got hurt.
It's only one game.
I know.
I think they would have rolled.
I think he would have definitely been a top 3.
Yeah. Who won in 22? I used to be so good at this. Heisman Trophy guys. Daniels 23, 21 Bryce Young, 22 was
Caleb Williams.
Good Lord, Joe.
Yep.
Caleb Williams. Yeah. So that's Tony.
Bama won back-to-back with Devontae Smith and Bryce Young.
That's right. Tony Robinson, Tennessee quarterback. We all know this would have won in 85 had he not blown his knee out versus Alabama. Cover Sports Illustrated. That team was rolling. Tony Robinson would absolutely win a Heisman Trophy in 85.
What do you think about this? Chris says Darren McFadden had an argument for Arkansas.
100%.
Yeah.
It might have been 06, 07, or 08. One of
Houston
those.
Nut.
Yep.
That might have been like 05.
They had Felix Jones on that team as well, and Peyton
Yeah.
Hillis. They had
Yeah.
a hell of a running back.
The Cowboys kept taking him. they all kept going to Dallas.
Yep.
He's 37 years old.
He's your age.
Yeah, he's my age.
McFadden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His birthday is August 27th.
Hey.
So yeah, I guess he was with the Raiders from 2008 to 2014. And then the Cowboys.
He was real 06 and 07. He was good.
And then let's see. Devin from Dover. Jalen Hyatt should have been in the discussion.
No. Nice try
Um,
though, getting your ball there.
Carl Hinkle of Vandy finished 7th in 1937. Jim from Springfield.
Thank you, Jim. You had time to look, Jim. Thank you. I found that interesting. Carl Hinkle.
Yeah, Chris said 06 when Troy Smith won.
06. Yep. Troy Smith. I mean, you win the Heisman Trophy, you deserve it. I get it, but yeah, McFadden should have probably been that in 06.
James has a quick Paul Hornung story. James, what's up?
Yes, I got in the car and I heard you all talking about it. I don't know what event it was, but many years after that controversy on who should have won the Heisman Trophy, I think in '56, I think it was when Paul Hornung won. Many years later, probably decades later, Paul Hornung and Johnny Majors got together on an event. I don't know if it was to raise charity, but it was an event where they were both attending. And Paul Hornung walked up to Johnny Majors and just asked him, "Who do you think should have won the Heisman Trophy that year?" And without even hesitation, Johnny Majors looked him right in the eye and said, "Jim Brown from Syracuse." I don't know if many people know that or not, but that's a true story.
Holy
Thank
cow.
you so much for letting me take that call. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, James.
Wow, that was a good story. Thanks, James.
I thought Majors would be like, me. Should have won it. Dadgummit. I tell you, again, a generational thing. When Johnny Majors did his coach's show, he did not see the game film until he watched it on TV.
Yeah.
So he would watch it and then he'd react. And I don't know how he didn't cuss because he was like yelling at Reggie White all that time and yelling at linebackers. It was a must-watch coach's show because his reaction was so genuine, man.
Oh, very, very good. We'll get back into Titans practice and much more coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier behind the glass. Also, we have a new intern today, right? Jake?
Oh,
Yeah.
Big Jake. Staggle Fest, my man. Love him back there.
got
We got some news out of Titans camp, Chaser.
We did. And I just texted TD to get a little clarification on it. But there's an ESPN on the homepage of ESPN. The headline is Falcons Michael Penix Jr. involved in practice fight versus the Titans. Mark Raimondi is the reporter on this. It says, quote, Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. was involved in a scuffle with the Tennessee Titans during a joint practice on Wednesday after completing a long pass to wide receiver Ray McLeod. Penix and Titans defenders were talking trash with each other, and things boiled over and got physical. Players from both teams ran in from the sidelines. Penix ended up in the middle of a pile and seemed to be thrown down to the grass. He says, quote, I don't know where I was at in it. It was a lot of people. I knew I was down there somewhere. I wasn't the only one, though. There you go. And I asked TD. He said, not a big deal. They were wrestling around and then kept having a back and forth.
Well, if you read further, there's a comment by Arden Key about what exactly happened. They're running their mouth.
Yeah, he said he started it on that one on team one, said Arden Key. But again, those guys in Atlanta, they protected the quarterback, which is what they're supposed to do. O-line came in, did what they did and wasn't allowing that, but that's what they were supposed to do.
So what's this deal with quarterbacks? Like, I'm
What
telling
did
you,
Brian Callahan say after practice? Oh, wait.
Right.
You talked before.
I'm telling you, I'm a dirty player. If a quarterback comes into a fight like that, I'm going after him. I'm going after the quarterback because your quarterback should not be doing that.
Yeah.
Cam did that last week, which was idiotic, throwing the football in there and running his mouth like that. And now Penix Jr. goes in there. You break your hand in a joint practice. How stupid can you be?
We have a quote from a coach. We have a quote from the quarterback coach of the Falcons.
Oh, okay.
DJ Williams. Williams said Penix is competitive and has always told him he's a football player first. But Williams said Penix has to realize that he's the CEO of the offense and has to run the show. Obviously, you don't want that, but I take some positive out of it. Like you saw the guys take up for him, and I think that speaks to his leadership and who he is in the locker room. Obviously, as coaches, we're upstairs, they're downstairs. We don't really see a lot, but obviously he has a relationship and the trust of the guys because everybody ran to his defense. So I think that's a good thing for the Falcons, end quote.
It's even better when your quarterback, breaks his hand in a fight, which he shouldn't be involved in. I got no problem running your mouth.
Sure.
Zero. Got a problem when your CEO runs into a huddle. What if Simmons would have picked him up by the neck and thrown him to Macon, Georgia?
Yeah, right. Well, then it's a different.
Well, it could be.
Here's my thing, though, and I'm not I am criticizing, but I'm just pointing something out. Of the headline says fight. The body of the article says scuffle.
Mm-hmm.
There's also skirmish. When you say fight, I'm thinking like
fight.
There was ass kicking going on.
Right.
Like there were like
Right.
punches were being thrown, helmets were coming off, like a
Fight.
scuffle, a fight. A scuffle or a skirmish is what you see during this time of year. There's pushing and shoving and coaches coming in and pulling people away from each other and trash talking and all that stuff and a little
Right.
bit of a back and forth.
Your quarterback got
One's a big
thrown
deal.
to the ground.
Right. Which
So-
is that's pretty significant.
Yeah. I mean, hell yeah, it is.
But that's not a fight.
No, you don't want Cam Ward thrown to the ground, but a fight got our attention because I think there's more there than just
When
pushing
you
and
started
shoving.
reading this, like my mind went, oh boy, here we go.
Gotta
But again, I'm fine. I don't like seeing a quarterback get thrown to the ground. I'm fine with a little pushing and shoving. I'm definitely fine with a little trash talk as long as you back it up. But like, don't say something's a fight.
Right.
That's not a fight.
You talk to that guy. Derek would remember this. In 2000, the Titans did a joint practice with the Rams, I think in like East Macomb, Illinois, somewhere far away. It was hot, and they got into a massive brawl.
Yeah.
And that was in the summer of 2000. I know that's 25 years ago. to me. So when I hear fight, I'm thinking of that fight between the Titans and the Rams back then. But guys pushing, shoving, frustrating. But when a quarterback gets thrown to the ground, it's a little bit more than just a skirmish.
Sure. And
but not a fight.
And again, I have no problem with the offensive line and the teammates of Penix going to his aid. Did Kirk Cousins go to his aid, or did he?
Kirk was probably way far away, counting his money.
But look, I have no problem there. But I don't know.
But why did the quarterback run in there? Why are they doing this?
And I think that DJ is it DJ Williams?
Yes.
The quarterback coach is right that you're the CEO of the team. You got to know better. And I hope that Brian Callahan and Bo Hardegree pulled Cam aside and said, "Hey, I want you to pay attention to this. I'm all about passion. I'm all about, you can chirp. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself hurt." I mean, this goes back to a Vrabel phrase. Don't do dumb bleep to hurt the team.
That's right.
And so Young, and again, I'm not arguing the competitiveness and that drive and being a football player first. That's great. You're the quarterback of an NFL team now.
Yeah, right.
You got to pick your battles, and that's why and I bet you the O-line is telling them the same thing. Hey, brother, you let us handle that. Like, that's what we're here for.
Like, good job, man.
No, they're
good job, man.
I think they're probably like, hey, good job or whatever. But there's a veteran offensive lineman that probably pulled him aside and said, "Hey, that's what I'm here for.
That doesn't
you let me worry about that."
Somebody had said, prove his value to his team. You don't have to go fight to do that.
I think he's proven his value.
How about lead the team down to a score in a game and win the game and a drive and a touchdown? That's how you prove your value. Not being a dumb, and hopping into the middle of a fight and getting thrown to the ground. That's something you don't want to hear about your quarterback in a practice.
Practice. Yeah, but so I found that's interesting. Because Teron kind of referenced there were, some kerfluffles or whatever,
It happens.
And good. I mean, honestly, this team needed it to happen. But
it did need this to happen.
Are these two teams similar right now? Are they in similar spots?
I think the Falcons are way ahead. They showed that must be the playoffs last
But
year.
I mean, like in a position of, well, yeah, and you're right. But I mean, the Falcons have to. It's time for them to do something.
Yeah, but they're a little bit further along than the Titans are right now. I mean, they got their quarterback who they put in there, they believed in, got some good weapons around him. Arthur Smith, although we love Art, he didn't really do much for the team because they had no quarterback.
Didn't have a quarterback.
And now you got something you could go forward with this Falcons team. But yeah, but it's another team you're not talking. They're not winning the Super Bowl either. You know, I'm gonna give you 5 teams. You can have 27. I'll still win. I'll have the Super Bowl winner of those 5 teams. They're not. They're all fighting for that one spot to hop in there, and they're not going to do that. But I don't know. We'll see Friday night what happens when they come out when Cam plays his 2 series or whatever it is, and then we're all like, "Yay, Brandon Allen! Yay, Trevor Siemian! Yay!" or whatever his name is.
Simeon.
Simeon. Okay, got it.
Do you feel better?
I do feel better with all that.
So day number 2 was supposedly a lot better than day number 1 when it came to practice. As Teron said, he did say that Brandon Allen had to leave practice. This, I guess, was yesterday. He had a laceration that required stitches, but I guess he's all good.
Where was this? In his hand?
I guess. Looked like he had been in this. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe his throwing hand when he hits a helmet or something. I don't know. But
I mean, a laceration anywhere is probably something you need to get.
Yeah,
taken
right.
care
That
of.
sounds like ouch. I'm not getting part of that. That's crazy. That goes on right there.
Isn't that one of those words though that like makes it sound a lot worse than maybe it is?
Yeah.
Like he had who was it? Was it Billy Volek that had the lacerated spleen?
Yes, he did. Because the Bills beat the crap out of him in that game. You know what other medical condition sounds terrible and it's bad if you've got it, but gout.
Yeah.
Right. I remember the first time I got gout. I said, I got gout. Somebody was like, ooh, stay away from me. I'm like, I don't have gangrene. You're not going to get it. Just telling you what I got. I got gout and it's painful, but it's not as bad. The word's worse than what it is.
I will never forget. I was producing the morning show with you and Greg Pogue. And you open the show and you say Greg Pogue is gout today.
Yeah, he was.
Have
you ever had it?
No.
You've never had gout.
I don't think. I would know.
you would most definitely know. It's awful. I get it. But it's not like contagious. It's called the rich man's disease because it usually comes from drinking wine and eating red meat, which I don't drink wine. I know you're a big, what do you call that? Sommelier?
Sommelier? Yeah, like a wine expert?
Yeah.
My
I'm
uncle's
not.
a sommelier.
Who is?
My Uncle Peter.
Ah, you know who's not? You.
You're right.
You've tried.
He's an elk expert.
Elk, yes.
And do you and your uncle ever drink Zinfandel together?
No, but he can request it onto the menu.
Does your uncle know how to pour the wine?
Oh yeah, I know how to pour the wine. Yeah, absolutely.
But do you know, like the one you were telling me, like Italians do, like when you're not happy with somebody?
Yes, he knows about that whole left wrist, right wrist thing. Yep, absolutely.
So hold on. We talked about
Michael Corleone back here.
Didn't Al Capone do that in the
I believe so. There was some form of
in the Untouchables where he's walking around the table? He did right or left?
You're
Okay,
correct.
now I
Yep.
know. That makes sense. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Costner, De Niro, Charles
That is a good
Murphy
movie.
Smith.
So if you're ever at a business dinner, you guys out there,
Goodfellas is a
just
good movie.
toss a wrist out there.
No, if I'm in a business dinner with a bunch of Ewans, and they come around with the left hand, I'm leaving. I ain't sticking around.
Hey, I'm
I'm gone.
just remembering Tommy DeVito from Goodfellas. Like they tell me they're going to give me a big award, and it's just me and two guys, and we pull up at a random house. Like I'm not going
I'm
in that
not
room.
getting in that stuff. I'm out of there.
We saw what happened to Tommy.
I'll call you, Dr. Crane. Hey, can you help me out on
no,
this?
bam, he's gone.
Right, man.
615-737-1025. More coming here on Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel and broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service.
focus on the fundamentals that we've gone over time and time again. And most important, don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners, okay? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let me hear it.
That's a good one. The late, great Gene Hackman from the movie Hoosiers.
Yes.
Our question of the day, Joe.
The Titans right now seem to have a motivational problem during training camp. Who would you have come in and motivate the team? Fictional, real, it doesn't matter. Who would you have come in there and talk to the team? A lot of responses, 615-737-1025. Who would you have come in and fire the team up? They're Gene Hackman and Hoosiers. We did Bill Pullman, the President, Independence Day. Matt Foley got some votes.
I said The Rock.
The Rock. Who would you have? Dr. Crane, you haven't weighed in. Who do you want to see come in?
I mean, Denzel Washington was pretty darn good in Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Coach Boone.
Yeah, Coach Boone. You could go that. I mean, this kind of a funny one, but Paul Crewe in Longest Yard, the new one with Adam Sandler, I thought that would be pretty good. Just a funny one.
How about Denzel Washington from Training Day?
Hell yeah.
Shoot
man.
program.
That would be great. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so good. 3337 says, what about Rob Schneider from The Waterboy? You can do it. Play some bleeping football.
Well, he's parlayed that into what, like 30 different movies?
Yeah. William Wallace from Braveheart.
Oh, that's a good one.
Patches O'Houlihan from Dodgeball.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Prison Michael Scott. What about Homer Simpson?
Oh my God.
Somebody said Krusty.
Chris would be great. Did Homer ever motivate him? I don't think he'd ever did.
No.
He's ever motivated
Barney.
anyone. Barney.
To drink more. Krusty would be hilarious.
Barney had that thing to
hey!
Or Moe did. Moe, when Homer was depressed, Moe's like, rich people. You need to hang around rich people. And he made Homer feel a lot better, then a lot worse.
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy's? Did he ever motivate anybody? I don't know. I'm not sure. I got to see the motivation.
4 touchdowns, 1 game, 5 touchdowns.
But I got to see the motivation, man. What he got? All these other people we mentioned are motivated, that get you going and get you fired up for all that.
David and Paris may have the text of the day.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, because they're going to need a few miracles this season.
Oh my gosh.
Nevada Josh, Stephen A. Smith. I don't know about that.
No, I don't know. No,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I'm not on board with that one.
Yeah, you see he's doing like some debate with Clay Travis.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Pass.
That could be interesting. David in Arkansas, Samuel L. Jackson is Coach Carter. He wanted you to be great on and off the court.
Coach Carter's good. I like that one.
Surely somebody said John Goodman from Revenge of the Nerds.
Stop calling me Shirley too. Yes, that's great. At Adams, I forget what his name was, but yeah,
I can't read the quote, but
yes, he fired him up and he said, "Blank, we forgot to practice," and they all ran.
Oh,
out.
here's a good one. Patrick says, "I would bring in Mickey from Rocky. He got Rocky to win in 1 and 2. He lost to Apollo in 1, no doubt." Burgess Meredith.
That's a great one. I didn't
late Burgess Meredith.
That's right. He he got him fired up, right? And he passed away in Rocky 3. This guy's a wrecking machine. Rock.
Did someone already, Drew in Columbia, did someone already say George C. Scott as Patton?
Oh man, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
That's won an Academy Award for that. Go watch that movie. You've never seen it, watch Patton, because it's an amazing movie.
Let's see if Clay has one. Somebody did say Vandy Clay earlier. Hi, Clay. What's up?
How we doing, boys?
We're good.
I kind of like Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Like from Hoosiers or just in general?
Yeah, Hoosiers is one of my favorite movies. I watch that movie a lot. I've seen it probably 5 or 6 times. I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah. So what happened today in practice with this skirmish or fight, whatever y'all want to call it, what you're just talking about? Tell me about it.
I don't think there was. Well, thanks for listening. I don't think it was much to do about anything. Michael Penix got thrown down, and so there was a little skirmish, but nothing. It doesn't sound like it was too crazy.
Clay, do you know who Carl Hinkle is?
I've heard that name, yes.
He's the only Vanderbilt athlete to ever get any Heisman Trophy votes. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
That's what we're told. We were trying to look up earlier. Vanderbilt player. Vanderbilt, everyone had a Heisman Trophy winner. We want to know if any got any votes. I'm not sure if Bill Wade got any in 51, but Carl Hinkle did.
I don't know if y'all knew this. We're switching sports, but I'm sure you guys remember Ronnie McMahon.
Yes.
In the 90s. He needs a kidney.
Oh, damn.
Did y'all know that?
Did not know that.
So,
Hate hearing that.
Ronnie and I talk on Facebook, and I told him that if it was a match, I would gladly give him one of my kidneys as long as I was going to be okay.
Why?
That's just the way I feel about former Vanderbilt basketball players.
That's really cool of you, Clay.
That's very cool of you, Clay.
Yeah. So, I'm just a band fan from afar, boys.
We know you are.
We got that.
Thanks for the call, Clay. Appreciate you.
Glad you know Carl Hinkle. Carl Hinkle's favorite play, though, Dr. Crane, was called the Hinkle Tinkle, and he'd run around the right end and score. Couldn't stop him.
The leak of a play.
Do you know who won the Heisman Trophy in 1951?
Frank Sikowicz? No, from Princeton. God, what's his name? Zabmeyer?
Kazmaier.
Kazmaier.
Dick Kazmaier.
Dick Kazmaier.
You said that earlier, Joe.
Dick Kazmaier. Yeah, I should remember that.
He was a halfback.
He was a halfback. That's one of those names in a detective show. Kazmaier, get in here. When he's done something, surveillance has gone wrong. Get in here for that.
Do you know who won? This is fun. Who won in 1955?
Heisman Trophy?
Yeah.
Give me the school.
Ohio State.
Gosh, I don't know.
Howard Cassidy, halfback from the Ohio State.
Howard OHC. Guy was crazy.
And then Horning.
And then Penny Beer Night.
Yeah. Do you know who won in 1959?
What school?
LSU.
Billy Cannon.
Yep.
I'm going to give you something, Billy. This is Bud Adams. I'm going to give you Miss Betty's Cadillac, and I'm going to give you what, John, 60 herd of cattle? Is that what Bud Adams
Something
gave him?
like that. That is a fantastic. John McClain told that story that Bud ended up having to buy like 3 Cadillacs.
Right.
Because of that.
That's so
pretty funny.
great, man.
We'll continue the discussion on the Titans practice and Cam Ward's leadership, including also there was something Calvin Ridley, I guess, said today, which I was just kind of like, come on, man. We'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
top 10 offense?
Just the playmakers that I have in the backfield with me, the running back core, then especially in the receiving core. I think I also have a top 5 receiver core in the NFL, including the young guys who are able to make plays. It's really all about just us or myself putting the ball in their frame of work, letting them make a play. And then it's also those guys being aggressive to make plays for the team. And then the O-line, I don't have to worry about them. That's going to always be the standpoint. Those guys, they bring the energy every day, especially starting with JC. So I'm excited to be behind those guys. Those guys pass protection. They keep me clean. Really, I would say 8 times out of 10. I know I'm going to take a bad sack this year. They're going to give up a sack this year, but we just got to continue to play, good, clean football.
Cam Ward after practice today, top 10 receiver or top 10 offense in the NFL, huh?
I hear top 5 in there.
He's talking about the wide receiver core.
Okay.
Yeah, and he said something about trying to make Callahan top 5 and all that stuff.
Good for him.
Hey,
speak it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Speak it into existence. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. I just got to see it to believe it.
Well,
I think everybody has to see it to believe it.
Just down the corner. First game I'm telling you, man, that first game, that's the late afternoon game at Denver on that Sunday. All eyes around here will be on that game to see what happens with Cam Ward. Probably one of the most anticipated opening game. They're all big time, but this even more so, man. There's a lot at stake on that football team, game 1. Big time with all that.
Yeah. And then also today, I guess Calvin Ridley yelled, hey, we won today. Y'all write that. Just, which is fun, whatever. But again, I used the analogy earlier. It's kind of like when you get in trouble for not doing the things that you were supposed to be doing, and your mom will get mad at you, and then the next day you would do it and make sure she knew that you did it.
Right.
It's kind of like, okay, great. I'm glad you did it, and I'll do it again tomorrow. And just remember that it's what you need to be doing.
So when Ridley says that to the Titans media, I guess he's only talking to Paul, Tehran, maybe a local TV station.
Yeah.
Not
there's not many people down there.
Not talking about 40 people.
Because you can only have like 90 seconds of video, according to
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
David says, I think Cam will be okay. I think Cam will be fine. I'm not picking on Cam Ward. I just think that you got to be careful. And I love the confidence, and I love the fact that, he is believing in his team and, wanting them to be as good as they can be. You just need to avoid having the extra pressure that's just in the just the extra stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not trying to be too critical of the young man. Like he's got confidence in his abilities and his team, and that's all you can ask for.
What do you want him to say? This team's terrible. I want to go back to Miami. I like it. Let him have that bravado. It's no problem with me with that.
Yeah, I would just be like, hey, look, my job is to go out here and work hard every day, try and be the best quarterback I can be, and help this team be the best it can be when we go into the season. I feel like we're working hard right now. We're not there yet, but we're close, and each day is going to help us get better.
No, that's all you can do, man.
There you go. That's how I would answer that. But
we got plenty of time.
There was supposedly a skirmish. So there's all that. And then tomorrow, basically no availability. I don't know if it's a day off, but probably a walkthrough because they'll pray and play Friday night.
Yeah. And then, and then back here, and then one more week for the Vikings, and then kind of a week off, and then
cut time,
hit the ground running, and then go to Denver for game number 1 on September the 7th. And then we'll have to do the altitude out there and blah, 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 and all that other stuff for that whole week. Typical as it usually is with all that goes on, for all that happens with playing out in Denver.
Tennessee just put a video out of them with Adidas.
They don't waste any time, do they?
Yeah, they do not. 7/1/26 is when it'll happen.
Okay.
So this will be the last year with Nike.
I don't get into all that. I don't know what that means, but I know it's about money.
Yeah, and I guess they got more money. So everything's new for the Vols.
Yep.
And of course they had to put Peyton in it.
Oh God, man!
It was an old clip of.
Okay.
Peyton.
It wasn't him talking. Good.
There is some news that we have seen regarding the Ohio Valley Conference that I find to be interesting.
This is massive news, I think.
Yeah. There are rumors that Tennessee Tech could leave the OVC.
No, I think it's done deal
for the Southern Conference.
For the Southern Conference. I mean, I'm getting texts from people like, yeah, it's a done deal. I mean, so the OVC is down locally to Tennessee State. That's it. Murray State's gone. Tech's now gone. Austin
Belmont's
P
been
left.
gone.
Belmont left. OVC's gone, man. They're down to not many schools left. And they had a partnership with another conference too as well. I'm not sure, but around here, it's out. Good for Tech, because that's the league with Chattanooga, Sanford, Western Carolina, Citadel is in that. I mean, that's a Furman. That's a much better conference for Tennessee Tech, football-wise, and also for just rivalries around here in the South.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah. I mean, I look, I remember when OVC basketball was awesome. I mean, obviously Belmont, but it's sad to say. I mean, but that's college athletics. It's how much it's changing.
Well, you had Middle, Western, Tech, Austin P, Tennessee Martin. We're all part of Eastern Kentucky. We're all part of the OVC, and it was big time rivalries back then. They all started going their separate ways, and they're gone. And so now with Tech going to the Southern Conference, I think it's a great move for Tennessee Tech. By the way, they're picked in the top 15 in the FCS.
Yeah, good for them.
Poll with the new coach that came in there, got a new AD and everything.
Who's their coach now?
He's a guy that came from Old Dominion that set up for a few years. That must be opening game last year. So I mean, there's a lot of positive momentum, trending upwards, as you kids say.
Bobby Wilder.
Bobby Wilder. That's Gene Wilder's brother. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's so they're trending upwards up there in Cookeville. So gone. Yeah. I mean, this every day, hear about somebody moving on and moving out. So Tennessee Tech's up now. When Gruden got that box too, I tell you what, man, Tennessee Tech, and he opened the box, which I'm afraid he's going to cut himself when he does that stuff.
So Kevin in Florida says, for all of you negative Nancys out there, to include Chase and Big Joe, remember Peyton Manning's rookie year? He was 3-13 with 26 touchdowns and 28 interceptions, all in caps.
We talk it all the time. We're not a negative now. That's Aikman was Aikman and the Cowboys were 1-15 in '89. They were terrible.
Sometimes I think people just hear what they want to hear.
Kevin, you're better than that. I'm down there on the beach.
Text in of
happy hour down there at 3:40 down in Florida.
Yeah, can I have a pina colada? That'd be good.
Yeah, Kevin, we're coming to come down and hang out with you for a few days.
Is that cool? We promise to be positive, and not negative.
I'm gonna send you one sheet. Just send us a check and sign off on it. send it back. We'll be down there next week, man.
Oh,
I tell you what, man.
That's good. So that's your Gruden.
It's just everything's. I tell you what, man. Yeah, I mean it is. It's funny. I ran into Jay Gruden right at the combine.
Yeah,
the Redskins, and his guy. He's like, no, he's not talking. So I grabbed Jay. I said, hey, I want to talk about the Nashville Cats for 25 minutes. Jay Gruden and I stood and talked about the Nashville Cats, much to the disdain of the Redskins PR guy.
Is that when he was there?
Yeah, he was the head coach of the Redskins, and we talked about Cats and everything that went on. He was great, man. It was a good conversation.
What is he doing now? I forgot it. I forgot he was the head coach of the Redskins. I think they try to forget that too.
Tell you what, man. Where is he?
I don't know.
Was he an offensive analyst somewhere recently?
Consultant for the Rams.
Yeah, in 2022. Yeah.
Oh, so
I guess he's out.
He didn't do anything. Got that pension.
He's in the Arena Football Hall of Fame.
Because of what he did here in Nashville and other places.
Yep. There you go. Coming up next, we'll tell you what day it is. Celebrity birthdays. Plus, we got the mashup as well. It's Chase and Big Joe. But as we go to the break, Dr. Crane, we've done this every day, and I've been good about it since we moved from noon to 3. Caller number 3 at 615-737-1025 will win a pair of tickets to see Linkin Park at Bridgestone Arena Thursday, August 21st. Caller number 3, 615-737-1025. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN putting out there that the Titans plan to claim linebacker Brian Asamoah off waivers per sources. He is was with the Vikings, former third-round pick. He was released on Tuesday, and we'll get a fresh start with the Titans, who are first in the claim order. So he was a linebacker, went to Oklahoma, and again, the 66th overall pick in 2022. He's got 30 total tackles, I guess. So not
one man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yeah. So there you go.
Bring him in.
That's your big Titans news of the hour. DVD will lead off with that coming up next. With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays. It's brought to you by Jarrett Companies, Inc. Jarrett Fire Division covers all of your business's fire safety needs. Just go to jarrettfire.com, above and beyond industry standards.
All right, short list. I cannot make this up. International Left-Handers Day. So
the Leftorium.
Yeah, Left-Handers Day.
The worm has turned. Left-handed pinking shears. Sorry, it's Simpsons.
That is a Simpsons reference.
Yes.
National Filet Mignon Day. I don't know if you guys like a good filet mignon.
I do.
Well, tonight.
We will tonight.
You can pair it with a nice Prosecco because today is National Prosecco Day.
You love Prosecco, don't you?
Not necessarily. It's too bubbly. I'm not a bubbly kind of guy. Just give me the.
Yeah,
you're
really not.
I'm not.
Kidding.
To some people, I may
I'm
be.
kidding.
Let's see. World Calligraphy Day is to wrap it up. So there you go.
Well done, Dr. Crane. Good
That's
job.
it, huh? All right.
That's it.
Time for celebrity birthdays. You got to get these within 2. Good competition we've had lately between you two boneheads. All right.
It
First
hadn't been
birthday.
great.
Dawn Lewis. She was on It's a Different World with Dwayne Wayne back in the day. Funny show. Dawn Lewis.
78.
82.
64. It came on after the Cosby Show in the 80s. You guys. John Slattery was in Mad Men, Desperate Housewives.
54.
53.
63. Sebastian Stan. You ever heard of this guy? He's an actor.
I guess.
He's in Thunderbolts.
55.
62.
43. I don't think you're paying attention.
I am. I'm triple tasking.
Okay. All right. That's illegal in 3 states, by the way.
4. Actually, Mississippi
4.
just had it.
Actor Danny Bonaducci from the Partridge Family.
70.
73.
66. Country singer, man, my name's Andy Griggs.
58.
67.
52. This
We're
list,
great today.
This list is pretty awful too.
We're off to a slow start like the Titans yesterday.
He's all right. He's passed away, but it's Don Ho's birthday.
Is it
Tiny
really?
Bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Moving to sports now. Betsy King, famous LPGA golfer. Betsy King.
62.
71.
70. Dr. Crane's on the board. Jay Buhner, Seattle Mariners outfielder. Great story. He gave that speech for Ken Griffey Jr. when he retired. How Ken Griffey Jr. loved him.
61.
59.
61 exactly. Former Houston Oiler Chris Dishman.
Oh, we've heard Chris Sanders talk about Chris Dishman.
We
time
have.
Or two. 59.
63.
60. Chase up 3-1. One of my all-time favorite baseball players. Didn't do anything in the regular season. When it came to the postseason, though, for the Atlanta Braves, he kicked ass. Mark Lemke.
I knew you were going to say Lemke. 60.
59.
The boss man is on a tear. He is 60. 5-1. Got 2 left. Dr. Crane, you're still in striking range. DeMarcus Cousins, former Kentucky basketball player. Boogie.
39.
He's not born, but he is now banned from the Puerto Rican Basketball League. I don't know if I knew that or not.
No.
Why?
That's a fun fact.
He had a nice little tussle, actual fight with somebody on the
Not a
baseline.
kerfuffle.
No, not a kerfuffle.
Not
This
a
was-
skirmish.
There was a lot of grabbing of certain body parts
Whoa,
and whatnot. I'm
hey,
just saying.
whoa.
Anyways, he's probably 43.
35. And our final birthday today, Chase has got the win already, but Dr. Crane finished strong. Former 49ers quarterback, Kansas City quarterback, Elvis Gerback. Man, how's Elvis Gerback today?
56.
61.
Dr. Crane.
61?
He's 55.
Oh, 55.
Bummer.
Chase wins 6-1. It's almost getting to the point where this has become Harlem Globetrotters Chase, Washington Generals Dr. Crane.
Hey, it'll be okay. He's just in a slump.
Lull. It's a lull. We're getting there.
He's in a slump. All right. Do you have a
I
thing?
do. Thank you for
a
asking.
mashup?
Yes.
Let's get to the mashup for today. It's showtime, folks. Welcome in Chase and Big Joe on this Wednesday, 102.5 The Game. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe Dugan. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Waters for the week. Here's your salt tablets. Being threatened with having to put a foot up my ass. Screw this. I'm worried about your feelings crap. That's weird. None of y'all are his mama. So does that mean I can call him Cam?
He's been banned in certain sections of this city. We're bringing Vandy Clay to give the speech.
Oh, my gosh.
Joe?
Yes.
What you gonna do when the Titans run all over you, brother?
Oh, yeah. All right.
The 1951 national champions, the Tennessee Volunteers. Well, very well done. And with this music, help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Bob Barker, as he would say.
Oh, okay. I thought that was actual Reed. I'm like, what in the world? Man, what's
Good job.
happening?
So no practice tomorrow. Now, the next time we see the Titans will be Friday night at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
With Cam Ward playing 2 downs, basically. And that's all they need to see from him right now.
Yeah, well.
We'll hear from Brian Callahan sometime in October when he speaks to the media about what's going on. I don't know, man. It's just like they know what they're doing, see what they can do.
Do they?
The proof, the proof is in the pudding come September. We'll
Hey,
see what goes
I'm
on.
going to tell you this right now. There
Hey,
was,
what,
a
man?
there was a texter that was like saying that, we all say they're going to go 17-0, which nobody has ever said that on this station. So I will tell you that right now. I think Tehran said 9-8's the ceiling. You and I are in the 5-6 win range if everything goes right.
Yes.
So,
yep.
I mean, look, we knew what this was going to be.
That's funny. That could be a whole nother segment of sport things that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
There's not a football team going 17-0 ever again.
No.
Just can't do it.
No, there's too much parity.
Too much parity, and that's a lot to put every week.
That is going to do it for us. DVD coming up next.
Yes, as we do, we leave every show out there, a message for our guys and the ladies out there, too. If you're struggling, we ask you to talk to somebody. Please talk to somebody all the time on your cell phone. You can call or text. That 988 number is always there for you. We've just so honored to partner with Unity Psychiatric Care to help you get the help you need. Just go to thegamenashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and there's information there for Unity Psychiatric Care. But listen, it's important to know that if you're battling something, please reach out. Please talk to somebody. As I say all the time, this is harsh. I'd rather listen to your story than go to your funeral. Know that we love you. Our world's a better place because you are here. Know that. And know that more importantly, more than anything else in this world, God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. Brian Callahan wants the Titans to be comfortable being uncomfortable. DVD discusses that. Coming up next here on 102.5.